up, y'all? It's your girl Zeze back with another Mother 11 vid. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on my notifications bell, get this joint a thumbs up, share this mug. All that. You feel me? So, today's video is going to be a reaction. Shout out to Poor Man's Podcast, okay? I have watched his content before. I've actually been subscribed to him for a little while now. I like his content, Red Pill, you know, all that jazz. And actually, he's been on my channel. He hasn't been on here, but he's showed love on my channel before in one of my lives. So shout out to that brother. I've seen a lot of black people in particular reacting to this whole Joe Rogan situation. Yeah, I know. If you don't know, he got caught up with a long clip of him saying nigga over the last like 10 years. And then there was this other clip of him using this egregious joke about being in a place for the black people and comparing that to Planet of the Apes. And then also, of course, the COVID-19 stuff, if we're being real. That's also kind of what sparked everything. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what Poor Man has to say about this.
You know, your thing.
Yes. Saying the word nigger.
I already said nigger is just like
Saying nigger.
she's calling you a nigger. It's like this boy that he's a nigger and starts calling them niggers.
Word nick.
There should be a word like, especially like the word nigger. That's our nigger.
He says guy a nick, and then starts saying nick. Allowed to use the word nick. Out the word nigger. See
The word nigger. Say nigger, and he couldn't say nigger. Else.
nick.
Hey, here's the thing. The man is having 3-hour-long conversations, and he's been doing that for the past 12 years. You can always go into somebody's back catalog, and if you're trying to find things out of context that could be seen as misogynistic or racist or homophobic or transphobic, you can do that for everybody. And context matters. Just like 3 days ago, I had this man tell me, I hate Asian people. I hate Asian people. I hate Asian people.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
And just like that, I'm canceled. So anybody you want to get rid of, you can always go back into their catalog and find something to be angry about.
So over it, I mean, yeah, I can kind of agree with him if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, you know, they can twist and turn your words. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that you can go back and damn near everybody's, you know, content. If you talking about celebrities, YouTubers, whatever the case may be, social influencers, you can pretty much go back on anybody's stuff and find something, very much something. For you to nitpick at, you know, and for you to blow up and try to cancel them out. Even with the context being brought, because Joe Rogan did come out with an apology and he was talking about how he was, you know, some of the times he was saying nigga, he was referring to a joke or to like a specific comedian or a specific, you know, reference to something. Why he wasn't just blatantly out saying, okay, cool, you know, that's what's up. But also, we can't ignore the fact that even with the context, you shouldn't have been saying it. You think if I walked around with I don't even know if I can say that. I'm a little hesitant to even say the word on here because even with the context of me saying it, I don't even know if YouTube is still going to monetize this video. The K word for Jews. Now let's replace this N word for the K word. Now the K word, if he was using the K, if it was a bunch of clips of him using the K word, do you think that people would still have the same reaction? Do you think as many people would be like, oh, well, no, it's just, you know, it's just, he didn't say it. You got to have the context. No, if he said that K word back to back to back to back, baby, what? They will be on his ass. Although me personally, I can understand because when I seen it, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't think nothing of it. I don't really give a damn what Joe talk about on his podcast. Say whatever you want. I don't really care. You know, to be real, I don't even have a Spotify account, nor do I want one. I believe in complete separation. So, I mean, really, at the end of the day, black people, we need our own goddamn streaming platforms, multiple of our own streaming platforms. So, I mean, so we ain't even got to worry about things like this happening.
What's up, y'all? I just want to add on to this point really quickly because I was listening to our brother, Tariq Nasheed, always on code. We love to see it. But he brought up a really good point that, of course, we do need our own streaming platforms. However, when stuff like this happens, when you have suspected white supremacists working on these platforms owned by other suspected white supremacists, what should be at the forefront of our argument is them cutting a check. To hell with that apology. I mean, yeah, I guess it's nice, cool, you regretted it, now you learned, whatever. But that does nothing for us. What we need is our own platforms. And since they are the ones who are in the dominant society, who own most of these platforms and that allow this anti-black rhetoric on their platforms, they should be contributing to us having our own. It's like a part of reparations. I completely agree with that. And that's to those of us in mainstream media already who has kind of already sold us out. But those of us on a grassroots level, shit, myself, Vicky Dillard, Tariq Nasheed, Boyce Watkins, Fly Nubian Queen TV, so many of us on a grassroots level who are B1 who could use funding to create our own platforms, streaming platforms for real, that are owned and controlled by us and not just through something like YouTube or, you know, whatever the case, whatever streaming platform we're already on. I completely agree with that. I just had to put that out there because to hell with that damn apology. Cut the check.
People because we can't handle mean words is kind of childlike to me. And here's the thing, if you watch this video and you think that Joe Rogan is a racist, which I do not believe myself personally, but if you watch this video and you think he's a racist, you don't have to support him. You don't have to go specifically onto Spotify.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's an anti-black racist. I'm just going to stamp that out. I ain't going to even debate that. Whatever. But I guess that's just my personal opinion. Whatever.
Click a video. You don't have to do it. We're not forcing you to. If Joe Rogan was a racist, why would he have on Marquise Brownlee? Why would he have on Hotep Jesus? Why would he have on Neil deGrasse Tyson, Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart? Heck, he even had...
Brother, why do you have so much energy to cape for this man? I ain't even trying to come for you, bro, because like I said, I actually do rock with your content, but why do you have so much energy trying to cape? And it's not even just you. It's because I'm seeing other black people do this as well, like putting all this energy into caping for this man in the name of censorship or whatever. Bruh, I understand your point again, but please, 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 please don't hit me with the he got a black friend. Come on. That's racism 101. The first thing a white supremacist pull is, oh, well, I got a black wife. I got a black child. I got a black cousin. I got a black friend. I interview black people. I do this for black people. Bruh, come on. We talking about a system of white supremacy, bruh. Him having a couple black people on there means nothing. I'm going to just keep it real with you. It means just as much as a white man sleeping with a black woman and thinking he ain't racist for it. Maybe it means nothing. Oh, it means something. My bad. But it don't mean what he trying to make it out to mean. It may mean something, but it ain't meaning what he trying to make it out to mean. It don't mean that he not racist. Okay? That's what I'm saying. What has he done for us? I'm just trying to figure. Let me just say this. Okay, I understand the censorship part, but what has he done for us? Why am I seeing black people feeling need to speak up for this man? What has he done for us to make us want to speak up for him? For what? What has he done for you, poor man? To make you want to get so passionate about this, about him and his... I mean, it might just be the censorship part what got you fired up, but I'm just not feeling that. That's egregious.
Kanye West on his platform. This seems to very obviously be a smear campaign because the powers that be can't exploit Joe Rogan financially. They can't buy him, essentially. They can't pay him to give the narrative that they want him to give, so they got to shut him up. So what they're doing is they're using the left as their attack dog to find a reason to deplatform him so they can continue to control the narrative. How do you continue to convince people to work for you? Well, one thing you don't want is for people to start getting together and talking about how things aren't right. Here's what people have to understand. Humans are the...
I would have to agree with that. That's why I said it's back and forth. Like I get where you're coming from, brother, because you are correct in a sense. But however, this is still you can't ignore the racial aspect of this. Like it's like, I don't know. Maybe you on the whole, like, you know, right. I mean, I can't get so far invested into the whole right versus left thing, okay? Because both sides is the same, two different sides of white supremacist coin, okay? But I understand what you're saying, brother. You got a point. You do have a good point.
Number one resource on the planet. Forget about silver, forget about gold. Humans are the number one resource. For thousands of years, humans who have wanted power have fought wars to get more slaves, to get more people for production. These people who are super power hungry, they could have been kings, they could have been conquerors, they could have been dictators, but they've always existed throughout history. So the idea that they don't exist anymore is just not true. Those people exist, they're just hiding behind big tech firms. And if you're a person that wants power and control, you don't want people going onto Facebook and gathering up their colleagues saying they refuse to be productive or go to work if they don't get a livable wage. You don't want that. You don't want people talking about your little island where you and your billionaire buddies go and you guys have a disco. Some people there are of age and some people are not of age, right? But who cares? Because you're chopping deals, you're making movements. All the most wealthy and influential people have all been there, and you don't want people talking about that. So what you do is when the guy that's a part of that is going to tell about who's been there, you kill him. And then after you kill him, you pay the media to not talk about it anymore.
Yeah, again, I understand what the brother's saying. He's basically on some whistleblower, expose a deep state. We hear him. I get it. Also, like, you gotta be on code though with it, because it's still a racial aspect. This is not reason enough for me to back Joe Rogan. I'm sorry. Even with all this being said, this is not enough reason for me to back Joe Rogan. It's just 86 that. A lot of our people have been done the same way they doing him. Just like poor man just said, they don't want you exposing. A lot of our people do that all the time. Okay. And get worse consequences than what Joe is even going through right now. Nick Cannon is a prime example. Did Joe Rogan speak up for Nick Cannon? I don't know this. I don't know. Yeah, poor man, if you watch his content or anybody else in the comments about it, if you've seen it, please let me know if he brought Nick Cannon on, or spoke out against or for, Nick Cannon. Has he done that? Not seeing this big push of support from Joe Rogan supporters, okay, to do the same for him as these other black influencers are. I haven't seen a wave of Joe Rogan supporters support Nick Cannon. Is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about, if this is about censorship and being able to say the truth and speak freely, then you really should be standing up for all of them. To be honest, we should all be backing Nick, Reza, fucking Whoopi Goldberg. We should be backing all of these people, if we're being honest. If it just come down to a matter of opinion and you should be able to say what you want to say, but I'm not. Okay? Because there is still a code that you should go by, you know, especially being black, because regardless of whether you think all white people are racist or if a system of white supremacy really exists, whatever, believe that they're on code at all times. Please believe that. That's how they maintain the dominance. So that's why I'm saying, brother, this ain't it. This is two. No, let's see what he got. Let's finish it up though. Let's see.
But if Popeyes, a chicken joint, comes out with a chicken sandwich, it's all over the news for months. I don't know, call me crazy. I just feel like an island full of minors being exploited by the most wealthy and influential people on the planet is a little bit more interesting than a chicken sandwich. These media companies are businesses. They're designed to make money. They don't care about informing the public. They care about keeping their advertisers. And that's the first way to maintain power. Financial. Buy them out. If they're talking about my company and it's affecting my bottom line, I can pay them money, I can sponsor their videos, and they won't talk about me anymore. You can't do that with Joe Rogan, so that's a problem. But what you can do is you can take that big old fat check and go right over to a company like CNN, and since their ratings are down 90%, they might be willing to play ball. They might be a little bit desperate for advertising dollars. So since I don't have financial control over Joe Rogan, I go over to CNN and I say, hey, we need to shut him up. How do we do that? And that brings me to the second way you control people. If you can't control people financially, then you have to control them through character degradation and sometimes a little blackmail. So the first part of that, character degradation. I can't stop you from saying what you want to say, but I can stop people from listening to what you have to say. I do this by calling you a racist, a sexist, a bigot, a misogynist, something. I just need something to stick so that people...
Now you see, but this is what I'm saying, poor man. Because they would never have a black radical man who's his equal counterpart on Spotify and pay him $100 million. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This is what I'm saying. We got to stay on code and we can't back this man, because I promise you, if it was the other way around, it would not happen. It's been the other way around. It did not happen. Okay. And that's how it's going to be. This is why separation is the solution, baby. Yes. Separation is the only solution. Okay, we need our own streaming platforms. Point blank period. They're going to continue to try to censor us, no matter what, because they control it. All right. So yeah, that's just is what it is. Other than that, baby, that's all I got. I don't even really need to finish the video. I kind of see where you're going with it. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Poor Man's Podcast as well, because I do rock with the brother content. Shout out to him. Okay. Other than that, let me know what your comments are let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Subscribe to the Patreon, baby, because that's where you need to be at anyways. Other than that, that's all I got. All right, y'all. We do not play by our green. You fuck with the team. Might find your West in the